Right, here we are. We are going to do a little test with some frying pans. Yeah, Luke's going to be an assistant as well. So, what do I have here? I have a non-stick frying pan off eBay. In comparison, you can see what a normal frying pan is like, and I think this is going to be about half the weight. It was £15. It took 2 weeks to come from China. And what I'd like to do today, we're going to cook on it. We're going to cook some bacon and egg. It says it's non-stick. Do we think it's non-stick, Luke?
I don't know.
We don't know. We're going to find out. I'm going to use the mini trangia with it. The alternative that you could do is use a bigger trangia or a pan set. But this is quite nice. The handles fold in. Can you fold the handles in? And
It's quite light.
it is quite light. Let's find out how light it is. Okay, so Luke, if you press the on button on the scales and just lift up, lift your hand up. Okay, and it should, no, that's fine. It should be 0, right? So let's put a normal frying pan on. What's it about?
That weighs about 470.
470 grams. Okay, so let's try. Do you want me to do it? This one may balance a bit better.
That's about 240.
240 grams, yeah. So half the weight, which, you know, 250 grams is pretty decent.
It's it was exactly 240.
Exactly 240, and this one's about 480, so this is about half that one, isn't it? But I think the bigger question is it non-stick, and what's it going to be like to clean, especially when you're out camping? So dimensions wise, Luke, do you want to measure how the diameter to start with? So let's go from there to there. Okay, and we want it in centimetres. Most people do centimetres, so what are you reckoning that is?
That's about 22 centimetres.
22 centimetres, cool. And what's the height of it?
The height
The depth of the pan?
is about 5 centimetres.
5 centimetres. And when I looked at it, I quite like this being a ridge up, so if you wanted to cook something like a paella or something, it would be good. And I think the last question, which is always useful to know, is how much water can this actually take in case you're doing some cooking on it. So let's have a little look. We've got a jug here. This will be a litre. Put it down, Luke. Keep it flat. No, just on the side, because we're going to do it with the jug. That's alright. We're just going to see roughly what it would take storage-wise. So that's a litre. Let's have a look. You would say,
about 2 litres.
yeah, maybe a litre and a half it would probably take. Okay, but the most important thing is to go and do some cooking with it, so let's set that up. Okay, so let's have a look at what equipment we've got. We have my coffee, obviously critical. What's in here, Luke?
I forgot.
Bacon.
Yeah,
You know these ones.
yeah, eggs.
Luke's allergic to eggs. This is the methylated spirits, which I was keeping in a fuel bottle.
And it's
but
very poisonous.
it's very poisonous. That's an important thing to know.
Keep children away from it.
Keep children away from it, but it isn't quite as flammable as something like petrol, so I've got it in a lighter bottle. Going to try and use the spray to get things going, which I think will work fine with the bacon, but the eggs may need some oil. With a mini trangia, we've got the windscreen. It's not very windy, but it does flutter around a bit. Some utensils, and yeah, let's set this up. We'll set the tripod up, and we will give it a go cooking. Okay, we've had it on for about 5 minutes, and we've got a pretty good flame under here. Maybe you can't see. There you go. And the bacon is looking really well cooked in here. And I think the nice thing about it is that the non-stick, which is the main thing that I worry about when camping out and about, seems to be working pretty well. So we'll give us a couple more minutes, and then we'll give a go of the dreaded egg, which will be a really good test for the non-stick. But this bacon's looking pretty good. Not quite as neat as you do at home, but It smells good even if you don't get that on the picture. And just as I said it wasn't staining, we're getting a little bit here. So we're going to take this all out. You can see some of the bacon is leaving marks in the pan, so it'll be really interesting to see how easy that is to clean. And I'll take all this out and then we'll put some egg in a second. Okay, we've been doing the eggs for 3 or 4 minutes now. These are looking pretty good, I have to say. Let's just see. Pretty hot actually. See if we can keep it from sticking. I think I have to put the camera down for this. Hey, so we've got 3 eggs. That looks okay. Let me move my coffee mug. The burner's almost out of fuel. I've given it a little scrape. Quite a bit of egg on there. Maybe a bit more oil. What I'm going to do is just put a little bit of water in it. See if we can get it clean. This is the main thing. I don't like to waste water on washing things up. And I'd normally have this in a little bottle, and let's just give it a little scrape, see how clean we can get this. Alright. Okay, so I think mini trangia, bacon and egg successfully cooked, and 1 clean pan, bit of scraping and sponge. You'd be pretty good to go in a bike packing situation with that, I think. 250 grams, pretty light, something good to have in the kit list. Probably worth showing you the food. Well, I admit we have cheated here and done some toast on the toaster. That's a bit more challenging, but looks pretty good to me.